Hello everyone, my name is Katana Ken and welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore. Today we're going to start out by doing something that I've been putting off for a while, and that's a moss farm. You see, I love using moss for building because it's a instant break block, so you can kind of use it to frame things out, and then at the end you can just use your hoe and take it out instantly. We'll build it underground, and it'll drop everything off in chests inside the windmill. And it's fitting to be in the windmill too, because it's almost like the wind is powering the moss farm. Hey Pablo, I want to try to figure this out as much as I can on my own, but first I have to give a shout out to a few other creators. Good Times with Scar, B000100, and Ethos Lab, because while I'm not going back to study their moss farms, I did get the basic principles of it from watching their videos. So check out those creators if you haven't already. Welcome to my creative testing world. So what I picked up from watching those creators I mentioned is that to make a moss farm, you need a constantly self-repairing floor of stone. You need moss right above it with a dispenser that actually bone meals it, which then converts the stone into moss. And then you need pistons to push the stone together to break the moss. And then you need some sort of collection mechanism at the end. So the first thing we need to accomplish is the self-repairing stone floor. And what we can do is create a stone generator. I think I've finally done it. I've created a self-repairing stone platform that never makes cobblestone. Yeah, it was a little tough to get the timings right, but now that I have it, I think it should just keep producing stone forever. So now let's try doing the actual moss creation. There we go. It's finally done. After hours of tinkering, I've created my own fully automatic moss farm. This is easily the most complex redstone I've ever done, but man, does it feel good to have actually figured this out. It might not be the fastest farm, but I designed it on my own, and that counts for a lot. Back to hardcore. Welcome back. I'm so proud that I was able to figure this out on my own. I probably sat and watched it for like a half hour last night because it's kind of satisfying to just see the moss get crushed and sucked up, and there was no stone. Or should I say no cobblestone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're almost to 100 subscribers. I think I figured out what we're going to do next. One thing I've always found interesting to think about is what if there were other heroes in this area before I arrived? I thought it would be cool to build a base of a hero who's not around anymore. And there's a really cool spot over here. There's this canyon and this sort of rock archway. Step one is clear out all these dang trees. How do you treat your llama like that? He's just hanging from a rope. I was thinking it'd be cool to have something like a wizard's tower that occupies this space and kind of stretches up towards the sky. I think first we'll outline it in moss, kind of try to figure out the shape of the structure, and then we'll start putting in the blocks we actually want it to be made out of. It's a good thing I just set up a moss farm. I feel like it's giving skyscraper more than tower. I think that looks pretty good. What's up, llama? You know, right now this tower looks kind of like a big creeper, doesn't it? Yeah, I think this will be the shape. I like it. So it's mainly deep slate with nether brick highlights running through it. Time for a tour. The first floor is just a bit of a study. So there's a desk, some bookshelves, a crafting table. Then we travel up the spiral staircase all the way to the top of the tower. So we have a bed right here, some more storage and books, with a hatch that leads right up to the roof. So you can fly in and go right to bed. But now that we made it look beautiful, we got to make it look old. Like I mentioned earlier, this is supposed to be an old base of a hero. And right now it's looking a little too pristine. There we go. Now it's looking pretty creepy and abandoned. So we got cobwebs everywhere, vines. Doesn't look like anyone's been here for a while. I replaced a lot of the bricks with cracked bricks too to try to make it look a bit more old. Inside it looks like spiders have taken over along with moss. No more lanterns remain lit after all this time, except the soul lanterns. And upstairs is the same story. So what's next? Well, I was thinking that we'd build a bridge. Because I realized this is kind of a great position from a military standpoint, because it'd be difficult for invaders to approach from any side, and then if you have a bridge right here, then they have to cross it to get to you. The bridge is all wrapped up, so I made it out of nether brick and deep slate like the tower, and I also built this old nether portal here that's been deactivated, because this is where the hero who lived here would have been, going in and out of the nether. I filled it with pressure plates so it sounds like a creaky old bridge when you walk across. I even added a ton of vegetation around the tower so it would look more overgrown. But I got one more surprise for you guys. Yep, the base was trapped, so that any intruders would get caught in that explosion. Now, if we put all the pieces together here, there's a story starting to emerge. We have an abandoned base, a big crater, a dispenser, a wither skull and soul sand, and a nearby town named Witherfell. You might have guessed it by now, but the reason I built this tower isn't only just to have a new cool build in my world, but also to explain where the Wither came from that attacked Witherfell. So the idea is whoever used to live here had a Wither as a last resort security measure in case any intruders found his tower. And with that in mind, I made a couple more changes to the interior to serve the story better. So as soon as you enter, you'll notice this lectern with a book. It seems someone intentionally left this note here. If you came looking for me, you're too late. A process cannot be understood by stopping it. Run while you still can. I thought it'd be cool to leave a little bit more story here in the form of a note, because with this build in particular, I really wanted to practice some environmental storytelling, like figuring out how a build can tell a story without any external information. Let's say someone stumbles across this, right? They see a deactivated nether portal and this bridge along with an abandoned tower. Of course, that's pretty cool and they'll want to go see more, so they start crossing the bridge and see all these pressure plates. It might be sus of whether or not it's trapped, but they won't have anything to worry about, which they'll see as soon as they get to the top of this hill, a massive crater, and then they'll come into the tower and see the note. Run while you still can. And then eventually they'll go upstairs, they'll see the soul sand, the dispenser, and the wither skull, and they'll realize this guy had his base protected by a wither. The reason that I wanted to experiment with environmental storytelling is because I've decided my ultimate plan for this world. It's that once my character passes, and trust me, it'll happen someday no matter how hard I try to stop it, I'm going to upload this world for anyone to download and explore. Knowing that my time in this world is limited and one day I won't be able to build anything else, it just makes every moment that much more special. And the idea that I'm creating something that people might explore and be inspired by one day, that motivates me more than anything else. And it'll help take the sting out of my character's eventual death, because even though I won't be able to play anymore, all of you guys will be able to. It's easy to see some parallels to real life here. But bringing it back to my ultimate plans for this world, I want to tell a story. Like I have sort of a planned story arc that we'll explore through builds, and then maybe I'll come up with another one after that, assuming I live to finish it. But I have planted hints at the larger story arc all over this build, and many of them I haven't even mentioned. So I want you to take one last look and try to pick out any details that might be important for later. So thinking about brand new players exploring my world has made me think about what order they'll discover the locations in. The only ones that I have sort of a set intended order of visiting is this new tower in Witherfell. So they'll run along the trail, they'll see this beautiful town on the right and be like, whoa, that's cool. But then as you explore the village, you spot it, a majestic statue commemorating the defeat of the Wither. And then on their way back from Witherfell, they might spot these little bits of a path. I designed this intentionally so that players wouldn't notice it when they first walk in, because their eye is going to be drawn to the town, so they'll be looking that way, and it's kind of covered by the grass, but on the way back it's much more visible. So if a player spotted that, they'd start following the path like, wait, what could this lead to? And when you crest the hill, bam, there's that tower. And then if you explore it, you'll find out where the Wither came from that attacked Witherfell. Whew, alright, I think I finally ran out of things to say about this build. Thanks for sticking with me. It's time for us to switch gears. Now that my horses are chilling in a pen in front of my house, these pens at my barn are empty. Well, except for those chickens. I guess are fans of breaking and entering, because I certainly didn't let them in. But there's one animal I've wanted as a pet for as long as I've had this series. And I got one in the second episode, and then I died, and he was left behind in that world. So let's head out to the desert and see if we can't get ourselves a couple camels. I'm pretty sure there's a guaranteed camel spawn in every desert village. Oh, hey, look, one's chilling right here. We don't even have to go that far. Sup, buddy? Camels are chill as heck. You don't even have to tame them. You just get on them, and they'll let you ride. I love the camel's ears. Look how they flap, and it's so cute how they have like a smile. You can't really see it with his harness on, but if I take it off, bam, he's just a happy guy. Oh, and he's laying down. Camels are the best. Oh, look, there is one in the village. Let's go. I wonder if villagers like to ride camels, or maybe camels just like living in villages. Hello there. Maybe I should just set up a portal in this town. Just hang on, my camels. I gotta get a tunnel set up so you guys don't have to walk through all the lava in danger. Just sit and rest. I'll let you know when we're ready. Excuse me, little guy, I need a bed. Oh, he's staring at me. He's giving me the guilt trip. I'm sorry, little guy, I'm back. Yep, I know. You're probably tired. Well, camels, the way home is finally ready. I forgot how tall you guys are. You barely fit in the tunnel. Through the nether we go. Buddy, you can't just lay down in the middle of our trip. We got places to be. Oh no, the camels. The portal's too small. No! Come on, quick, please. Oh, I was panicking so hard. Wait here, let me go get you some medicine. This should heal you guys right up. Welcome home. You guys are too tall though, I gotta raise up this fence. You can just walk right out. Well, one of them decided to stay and chill. And they both left. Bye-bye, chickens. Might as well make this pen a little more camel-friendly. The new pen's ready for you guys. Hey, get off the cactus. There we go. Your own little area to hang out in. And plenty of cactus to eat. Okay, this cactus is actually a hazard. You guys keep hitting yourselves on it. They're gonna make a baby camel. Oh, it's so cute. I haven't seen the new baby camel yet. Look how tiny he is. Oh, and those ears. I've only known you for 10 seconds, but I love you. And let's give him a golden dandelion to make sure he stays tiny forever. You know what? I think camels would be able to eat hay too. And hay's not gonna hurt you like a cactus. He's so freaking cute. That should keep you guys fed. I'm so happy I got these camels. Look at those smiles. They're happy too. I think the only main farm animals we don't have now are pigs. So let me build a pen for them real quick and let's go grab some. Hello, sir. You're coming with me. Oh, hey, look. Get ready for a life of luxury. You get your very own mud pit. It's a bit steep here, guys. Watch out. Isn't it beautiful around here? Come on in. You guys can't both fit through at the same time. You gotta pick one. I suppose pigs... Actually, I was gonna say, I suppose pigs aren't known for their intelligence, but I think they actually are. I think there's some pretty smart pigs out there. Now, of course, we need a baby pig to go with them. He's so tiny I can't see him. He's hidden by his dad. Oh my. Oh, I just love the new baby mobs so much. They're so cute. I'm not sure what I want to name my camels or pigs yet. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. One last build I thought we could do today is an inn for Witherfell, because it's a pretty long way from Witherfell to Old Town, and travelers need somewhere to rest, as well as somewhere to put their horses when they're visiting. I was thinking I'd build it right on the edge of town, so it's the first building you come across as you enter. Maybe right across from the lava pit? That might be cool. Someone already turned up to stay here. Sorry, buddy, it's not ready yet. Witherfell now has its own inn. I call it the Lava Pit Inn because it's right across from the lava pit. Just like with the rest of the buildings in this town, I did a log frame with a cobblestone base and planks up top. And on the side here, there's a stable for the horses. The first floor is the lobby, where there's a desk and some seats, as well as a table. There's even some amenities for the guests, a furnace, a crafting table, and an ender chest. The area behind the counter is accessed through the back door. If you go around this side of the stable, you can get behind the bar. Then the upstairs is just a bunch of beds and chests. I figure there's not enough space for each guest to have their own room, so I might as well just put in as many beds as we can fit. And each of them gets a chest as well. Look at that view. Then outside there's a little fire pit to hang out at. The one part that I kind of left unfinished is right here. So I couldn't do windows because this is where the stairs go. So if you have any ideas on what I should do with this wall, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Well, that's all I got time for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're almost to 100 subscribers. See you next week.